What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Something that I kind of just want to sit back and talk to you guys kind of freely here is I want to talk a little bit about the next Call of Duty 2024 or Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War. Now, the Gulf War isn't its official title yet, but according to many reports, and for a very long time, it is assumed that it's going to be Gulf War because it's going to be taking place during the Gulf War, which was in the 1990s. But the point of this video, I suppose, is that I want to talk more about the campaign of the game. We kind of did that a couple of days ago when we covered the news, and I was still very raw on the information. And not only was I raw, but my understanding of it might have been a little bit blurred or misled, I guess, because I took it as we were going to get a regular Call of Duty campaign like we usually do for every year, but it was going to be kind of open world, similar to that of the Modern Warfare 3 open world campaign. Now, we know that the Modern Warfare 3 campaign was complete bullshit. And why do we know that? Because it was just Warzone. It was just Warzone without my friends, without anything, and just completing objectives with a couple cinematics thrown in. Now, I know that Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War apparently is going to be built from the ground up, and it is going to be an open world campaign. Not just the missions, not just going to be a couple missions going to be open world and then some are going to be linear. It seems like it's going to be set in an open world environment, and you will be able to track it, and that is why the comparisons to Far Cry were put down. So it seems like, I don't know, I'm trying to picture it. Like, are we going to start the game? Are they going to leave us in this big area? And then from there, we're just going to be able to explore anything and hit the missions how we want? You know, are there going to be side missions? Are there going to be... Those are the types of questions that I'm kind of looking at. There's going to be different things. And now that makes it more interesting. And apparently, Gulf War has had a development of 4 years, which is the longest a Call of Duty game has ever been in development. This game began development back when Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War released. So they've had a long time to work on it, a long time to really build the game up, to add these new elements. And I don't know how long the campaign is going to be. I'm assuming the campaign isn't going to be no longer than 10 hours. No longer than 10 hours. A campaign for Call of Duty is never that long. So I'm assuming that the campaign is probably going to be 10 hours or less. But in an open world environment, it might give you the opportunity to explore more, extend those hours for more, things like that, especially if they do it right. Because I know if you're making an open world game that is 20, 30, 40, 50 hours long, it's probably going to take you more than 4 years to really build it right, to really add all these side missions and things like that. But because we know that Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War is going to be a shorter game, they might not have to worry so much about having the open world be super long or huge or things like that. But I'm just excited that this is something different, actually. I had my doubts at first, and I was wondering, well, if it didn't work for Modern Warfare, why are they trying it again? But I was wrong. It seems like I was wrong, at least. So all in all, I guess there's a lot to look forward to when you're thinking about the new Call of Duty that is going to be releasing here in 2024. And then if this Call of Duty does well, and it performs well, it does good numbers, like, I mean, they always do good numbers, right? But if the fans are responding well to this open world style, then like I mentioned in our last video, that's probably going to kickstart the new era of Call of Duty games, which is going to be open world. And you will take some hits for sure, because there's going to be some fans that really only want to experience linear campaigns all the time. And I would like to say that I kind of maybe fall in that category as well, but I'm open to trying something different. I mean, we always kind of get some of the same things. Call of Duty is all over the place. We know that they care more about their war zones or their multiplayer, and just us campaign players just usually get left in the dirt. So that is the thing that I'm most excited for, and I kind of compare it to FIFA or EA FC 24 now, where they truly don't care about anything other than Ultimate Team. And they want to say, oh, well, we'll do this with career mode or that with career mode. But it's never enough. Career mode always feels just lackluster. So if you're looking for a single player experience or a campaign, it's usually sucks or it's not as good. That's why I've invested so much time in these Modern Warfare campaigns, because I was loving them up until 3. And it was just terrible. So hopefully with Call of Duty Black Ops Gulf War, we are able to get back into the badass missions and maybe revitalize and push the envelope, I guess, so to speak, for the next Call of Duty generation or the next Call of Duty games that will be releasing after this. But I am excited. I'm excited to see what's going on, and I'm excited to see how they handle it. And I'm really excited to see how this open world is going to be. How big is it going to be? How dense? How many side missions? How many other things can you do? Can you go off the path that they intend you to go on? There's a lot of questions, but I'm actually pretty excited. I hope that they have like this whole new area where maybe you can stop and buy guns and customize them, but you're buying them as you're customizing them during the campaign. You know, as you're, you know, oh, I wanted this pistol, so I'll buy it and I'll customize it for myself for this character. Then I have, you know, I don't know. I think that would be kind of cool. There's just a lot of different elements like that. That are kind of piquing my interest. You know, is there going to be different outfits for your characters? If it's going to be an open world campaign, can you change your shirt or get a new vest or get some new pants, get some new boots? You know, what can you do before you start a mission? Is it going to tell you, well, you need to look stealthy, so we're going to go and find some glasses and a hat and a jacket? I don't know, just cool things like that. I think like those are the types of things that excite me, and I'm kind of hoping that they do incorporate these things. So that's why I say that I'm really excited for it. So that's kind of, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that and kind of see what you thought. You know, what do you think, and what would you like to see incorporated in an open world Call of Duty campaign, game, or story? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This week has been tough for my Call of Duty fans, I suppose. I do have a video about Commander Graves and his story coming out hopefully this week. I will try to get it out this week. And then I will be covering other people as well. I'll be covering the story of Ghost. I will be covering the story of Soap. I'll be covering the story of a lot of our fan favorite characters in the Call of Duty franchise. And I also have some stories covering the original Black Ops game. Let me know if you're excited for that and what else you would like to see. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.